my favourite stats in football is that Essendon's last final win was coached by Kevin Sheedy. I mean, isn't that incredible to think?
They're going to be drafting kids next year that weren't alive the last time.
It's true. Oh.
I wanted to have a serious chat about football, so naturally I get a comedian down for that. I feel like I'm going to be laughing a lot.
Of course. Robbo, you know I love a serious chat about footy.
First one, we're going to argue over. What was the biggest disappointment in 2022 for you?
Can something be a disappointment and a joy?
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
Carlton were both for me this year. What a massive disappointment. And I got to say, when they got knocked out of the finals in round 23, I've never been so happy. It was amazing.
Did you see the supporters in the stands?
Oh,
the poor buggers.
They were flat as. But to be the Cozzy Pickett goal in round 22, like the heartbreak.
Yeah.
I've never barracked from Melbourne so hard in my life, right?
Yeah.
There was that moment. And then the week after, so what happened the week after, right? On the Tuesday, Carlton fans still thought we're going to make it, right?
We could beat Collingwood.
Hawthorn could beat the Bulldogs down there. We beat Collingwood, we're in, it's up to us now.
Yeah.
And then on the Tuesday, I was watching the news, and Stix Kernahan appears on the news with a special limited release of Blue Bag of beer from the CUB brewery, right? With the Carlton logo on it, #Baggers22 on the bottom of the cans. And I looked at that and I thought, they're screwed.
Oh, no.
They are screwed. And I took a photo of it and I sent it to Dave Hughes and Adam Rosenbachs and Justin Hall, good mate of mine. And I sent it to the three of them. I said, you're not playing finals this year. And they all looked at Sticks,
Dave Hughes.
hocking these cans and thought, no, we are cooked.
But another disappointment, a huge disappointment, and I think they're more disappointing than Carlton. Essendon, because firstly they beat us in 2000, so I'm not dirty on them.
Oh, sure. Hey, I've got plenty of reasons to be dirty on Essendon as well.
Yeah.
84 and 85 specifically.
Oh yeah. And you had some Titanic battles against Carlton too, the Hawks, through those 80s years. But Essendon, since 2000, 2000 they were world beaters. They were going to be so strong for so long.
Yeah.
Brisbane came along and just took over, and they've been non-starters, not sided since, and I love it.
Which is great.
It's great, isn't it?
One of my favourite stats in football is that Essendon's last final win was coached by Kevin Sheedy. I mean, isn't that incredible to think?
They're going to be drafting kids next year that weren't alive the last time.
It's true. It just makes me so.
They lose a coach in the same year, and even that wasn't handled very well either, was it? I mean, they've not handled certain issues very well over the last 10 years.
They've had a couple of problems at that football club. I still remember when James Hird got the job as coach of Essendon.
Yeah.
They boned many nights. They brought in James Hird. And you'll be able to find the vision of this. James Hird's first ever press conference as coach. A lot of excitement. Favourite son's coming back to the club.
Yep.
Everyone's pumped. And he's sitting there with the president, the CEO, and first press conference. And he said these words, Robbo. He said these words. He said, well, this club has officially hit rock bottom. And I thought, wow.
Little did
someone went and found a jackhammer.
Little did they know.
And he just kept going. He kept digging. So
I know rock bottom because I was part of the Melbourne Football Club for a long time when it was going through all sorts of stuff. And I'm not so sure that we've been as low as probably Essendon have officially sung. And you know what's great? Hey, we got destroyed in and around a bit of a drug saga. So they ousted the coach, and right now they're thinking about bringing him back.
Bringing him back, which I'm like, please give him the job back.
Please do it.
Please give him the job back. That would be amazing.
Look, at the end of the day, I think you've won the argument because of your passion towards Carlton not making it.
Yeah.
I don't love that Essendon haven't made it. Okay, I do. I think we could safely say football's the real winner here.
Football is the winner. So I think the fans of 16 clubs have been rewarded by the failures of Carlton and Essendon.
Great season, as we just said before.
Yes.
Loved every part of it. There were so many stories in it. And one of those stories for me was Collingwood. the way they were able to come under a new coach, McRae, you don't expect it to go so well, to go from the bottom to what did they finish, effectively third or fourth? To nearly win it. That's my biggest surprise, but it's also one of my greatest disappointments too.
I get it.
Have you got one?
I don't have that same visceral response to Collingwood that a lot of other fans have. In fact, you're going to hate me saying this, but I actually quite like Collingwood.
Oh, what?
I don't know if it's because Lee Matthews coached him to a flag back in 1990.
You're such a Hawthorn person.
I know. But I got
the Lee Matthews mustache.
I got the. I call him a 1970s PE teacher. This one. So I don't have an issue with Collingwood, but they've had a ripping year.
Yeah.
The biggest surprise for me, few contenders as well.
Yeah.
One surprise, Duck tried to gamble at Crown in Perth with a baggie, full of anti-inflammatories, crushed up anti-inflammatories. And people are doubting Duck. I don't doubt him at all. I get my anti-inflammatories
delivered in a bag.
Crushed up in a bag as well. Your anti-inflams in pill form is probably the best way to go about it.
We've all learned a lesson this year.
We've all learned a lesson. But the biggest surprise for me, I'm going Collingwood related.
Yep.
Jordan Ngoe went to Bali in the middle of the year.
Yes.
So the first surprise is that Collingwood let him go. Right? That was a club-approved trip.
Bali, what could go wrong?
Now, we know he had his dramas in New York last year.
Yeah.
Jordan Ngoe...
He did too.
Jordan Ngoe out in the street would be one of the most photographed players in the AFL. And people would be ready with their phones all the time.
And one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet too.
I've never met him, so...
Ripping bloke.
And I absolutely believe that he would be a great bloke as well.
Yep.
He goes to Bali for 4 days, was it?
Yep.
He's returned. There's like 5 seconds of video footage and 2 photos. He must have spent that entire trip at a meditation retreat, rescuing street dogs.
Of course.
Because how is there not more vision of Jordan Ngoe? The vision they showed, I've seen David Lee Roth film clips that are more offensive than the vision they showed. Seriously.
That's true.
Jordan Ngoe, if he was on a 4-day bender in Bali, I'm telling you, there should have been 2 hours of vision.
Do you know,
and about 1,000 photos.
Do you know who the real winner has been this year? WhatsApp. WhatsApp has brought down more people.
Oh, hasn't it?
I love that you've gone with comedy again because it's your one wood.
Yeah, well, it is.
On a serious note, really, I think I've won this over. Collingwood, I wrote them off. I thought 17th last year, please. Yeah. You are not coming back from that, especially when Buckley's gone, who's the number 1 favourite son of that football club.
Yeah.
There's going to be a little bit of a lull period. Surely Collingwood, and they did, and they looked like they were loving playing football, enjoying themselves immensely. Big surprise.
I wasn't shocked. I felt like the 17th was a blip, them coming 17th last year, because they were in the grand final a few years ago.
Yeah, I didn't think McRae would have such an influence over this group, but obviously he's a.
Well, neither did I until people started talking to me about the Lee Matthews influence on him.
Yeah.
And how he's very much out of that Lee Matthews hard-ass mould.
Yeah, okay. And apparently this is the new way of coaching. They're profiling a lot more with coaches. How would you handle this situation? Would you be hard or soft? And I feel like now it's going towards the harder things. So,
right. So at Essendon, are they going to be asking the question, if Stephen Dank comes to you, right? And with a bag full of peptides.
Yeah. Mate, I'm going with you. I've laughed so much. That's a win.
Okay.